Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum D&D podcast. My name is Trey.
I am Rungren.
The glasses are off. It's time to rock. We have a weird, cool idea, I think, tonight. At least I think it's cool because it was my idea. So
we're going to try with this. We're going to see how it works out.
Yeah, it might not work out at all. And then by next week, it won't be a cool idea. But no. So we mentioned this in the pre-show, which, again, if you're watching on YouTube, you don't get to see the pre-show. So you need to come watch live on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. CT if you want to be able to see the pre-show. But
7, or like we call it, 7 minutes of panic.
Right. That's right. But we finished basically our full coverage of the PHB and the DMG for the most part. There might be some ideas we want to go back and cover, but
yeah, over
the course of classes and everything else, we've pretty much covered everything we wanted to there. For like a first player experience and for playing with just the free materials and a couple things.
Right.
But because of that, you know, we don't want to take a week off, which we had to do because I was sick already.
Yeah.
We want to take a week back and just chill and relax a little bit.
Yeah.
So the idea that I had was, what if we talk about builds, but specifically like, say somebody, because, you know, we've been talking about new players playing D&D. Somebody comes to the table and they go, man, this game sounds cool. I want to be Mario. How do you be Mario in D&D 5e?
Monk.
Yes.
Mario's a monk, right?
We have the 4 elements monk so that you can shoot fireballs.
Wait, magic initiate, right?
You can also do magic initiate wizard.
To get the cantrip, the firebolt.
Yeah, firebolt.
Yeah. That's what you need.
You escalate it. Yeah, that's one way to do it for sure.
Yeah.
No, you need monk so you have the extra jump.
Right.
You need to be able to jump higher. Because you got to be able to land on enemies. And then you talk to your DM about how you only kick from in the air, and that counts as an unarmed strike.
Well, it also depends on which one you're talking about, because you may need a multi-class and druid.
That's true. That's true. You want to be Cat Mario.
Yeah. Or a raccoon.
That's right. Now, what about
or
Boot
frog.
Mario?
I don't know what you do about that one. You have to have a gnome,
a
gnome build you some device for that.
That's right. That's right. You get a Tensor's floating disc and have it done up as a shoe.
That's it.
There you go. The cape is pretty easy. You just need a ring of flying and a cape.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be a magic cape that lets you fly, but I don't think it ever came to 5e.
Maybe.
It's called like Rock's Cape or something.
There was a couple of them that of course, there's always been a few items to help you fly. But one of them was, I remember the cape that had it had feathers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't remember.
So that's kind of the theme we're going for. If people in the chat want to throw out an idea for a character, we can talk about that. But what about, because there's 2 things with Mario we haven't addressed yet.
Okay.
What about Dr. Mario? He also needs to be able to heal.
Cleric, yeah.
So he's got to take some level in cleric too. And then, what about Metal Mario?
I don't know about that, because Dr. Mario, like, solves puzzles.
But the puzzles are killing viruses.
Yeah, but I don't see anybody taking it.
V word. We're going to get demonetized. Dang it.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I didn't ever see anybody taking those pills.
Yeah, that's true.
We were just stacking them out.
There was a game on GameCube where you played Dr. Mario and you were going on a story, and you went to each person and would give pills basically after you beat the viruses. I've already said the word now. I can say it again.
Yeah, right.
But you never actually got to see them take them. I think Wario sold them because he's Wario. That's what he does.
And that's why the next Mario game had a rave in it.
Do we need to talk about how you get to be Wario in 5e? You just never give up your money. You never buy anything. And then how do we weaponize farts?
Spore druid.
You're right. I should know that.
Yeah, you should have got that one.
I'm playing a spore druid in the current campaign. So yeah, that's the rough idea of what we're going for. And obviously I've got a generator pulled up on my phone, which I forgot to put behind me to give us some more characters. But also if the chat has some characters. And hey, this can continue on YouTube as well. You want to put a character in the YouTube comments and,
do it.
We'll try and figure it out. That sounds fun.
Do it. All right.
Let me hit the character creator.
All right.
Or generator.
Generator. Now this is has just movie characters, right? From thousands of movies. It's gonna just pick a random one. Yes.
Right.
Okay. Let's see if this works. See who we get.
All right.
Hopefully we've heard of the movie and the character.
Shere Khan from
the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
It's not even a person.
You're a druid. There you go.
Yeah, you gotta be a druid.
Shere Khan at any time. That was easy.
You'll be a high-level druid. Okay.
Gomez Adams.
Bard.
Yeah, I think so too.
Bard. Also, he might have a little bit of paladin in him.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, he always kept his word. He was an honorable guy.
That's very true. That's very true.
A
little creepy.
A little creepy.
But he meant well, always.
Well, but he was very honorable. So yeah, I think he's a bard / some kind of paladin. I'm trying to figure out which one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure.
Oath of the Ancients, maybe.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like
Yeah.
real,
Yeah. See, because he's in the tradition. That's how. Yeah,
Right.
That's a good one. Yeah. Oath of the Ancients. Yes.
Next up is Leonard Mccoy. From Star Trek, just in case anybody doesn't know who Leonard Mccoy is.
Mr. Spock.
Yeah. No, that's Leonard Nimoy.
Oh,
McCoy was the doctor.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? You threw me off there. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Doctor.
Yeah, McCoy was.
Yeah. Yeah. He's dead. He's dead, Jim.
He's not really a cleric, though.
He's dead, Jim.
I could see
Damn it,
McCoy
Jim,
as
I'm a
like
doctor.
McCoy is like a fighter that has a single level in cleric.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he is cleric. I think it's like paladin, lay on hands.
Yeah, yeah, but he's only got like 5 points of lay on hands.
Yeah.
All right, here's a good one. Catwoman.
Oh, well, you're going to have a rogue monk.
Yes,
That's
I
what
agree.
she is.
I agree.
A rogue monk.
The Bride from Kill Bill. Fighter samurai, right?
Yeah, I think so. Go through that. She does really, really well in hand-to-hand, too. So maybe, fighter, samurai monk.
Mm-hmm. So, with all these, of course, I know we're having fun figuring out like what they would be, but if you're struggling to figure out your next character, steal this.
Yeah.
100%. Go, what's a character in a movie or a book or a show or a video game or a TV series or whatever that I really like? I want to be that. I want to be that today. Like Crocodile Dundee. That's a ranger.
Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee is a ranger 100%.
Absolutely.
Man. Just
now I want to play
the
Crocodile. I want to play Crocodile Dundee.
That would be pretty great.
That would be fun.
Next up is Mace Windu.
Well, if we're gonna, that kind of just goes as Jedi all around, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Eldritch Knight is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think that's about the only way you could really do it.
That or Pact of the Blade Warlock.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Because in the way, the Force is like a patron.
Yeah, I think you have to. I think you go the Pact of the Blade Warlock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think we really multi-class in anything.
No, I don't think so either. I think you stay that way. You focus on telekinesis abilities.
Yeah.
Like push and pull. And I guess if you really want to get crazy with it, Unseen Servant to be able to choke people for you when you hold your hand out.
Yeah.
So the Unseen Servant can't really do that, but, you know.
I don't know. I guess a little bit, depending on maybe a little bit of Battle Master, Fighter Battle Master mixed in there.
Push, pull, trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the extra fighting abilities.
Why doesn't Battle Master? Luke Skywalker was the next.
I think it kind of
same
falls in the
thing.
same thing.
All Jedi kind of fall into that. The Green Goblin.
Artificer?
I think so. Making bombs and on a glider.
Yeah, I think just straight Artificer.
Yep. Attuned to his own magic items, and he's having a good time.
Yeah, yeah. That's a pretty good one. I think that's interesting.
I don't want to say this next one.
Wow.
It's Buddy the Elf from Elf.
Barbarian.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Just he's making a barbarian.
Just goes in and breaks everything.
Yes.
Man, bunch of them here that like would just be humans. You know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to skip past any of those. Winter Soldier. Rogue Assassin.
Yeah, but I think if you wanted to do it, you'd have to kind of go ahead and do like a Warforged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, 5e needs bionic arms. That's all I'm saying. 5e needs the ability to just you got a Warforged arm on your arm now. There's a guy in 40k that named Commissar Yarrick that he's fighting this big orc war boss called Ghazghkull Thraka. And Ghazghkull Thraka has the power claw, which is like a huge metal claw. And Commissar Yarrick like rips it off his body and then has his own arm cut off and he puts that power claw on instead of that arm. 5e needs something like that.
Yeah.
I want to rip mechanical arms off my enemies and put them on my character. I want to be like
look, I want those rules just so I could play Ash from Evil Dead.
That's right.
I was like, well, if we can do that, then we can put a chainsaw on my arm.
There's a character in Metal Gear Rising, the Rising Revengeance, that like her whole thing is she has all these spots on her arm or on her body that are like these round spots, and she has a horde of mechanical arms she controls with her mind that attach to that. So then she's just got like 40 arms.
Golly.
She can just like
yeah.
It's like, I want that. I want to be able to do that. Just steal mechanical arms from my enemies and attach them to myself.
That's bizarre. Simic hybrid. That's how you would make that. You can make it. Yeah, it wouldn't be biological. But yeah, you could use a simic. Kind of do that with a simic hybrid. I don't know if you get to pick extra penalties on the first.
I don't
mutation.
think so, but
think
you'll get
the
there
second
eventually.
one,
Yeah.
where you can get extra ones.
Yeah.
Or if they get the plasmoid.
Yeah, that's true.
Rolls worked out, you can probably do it.
Plasmoids give you a lot of options there. Hold on, that's just a dog. The Joker, I guess, would be.
Ooh. He's a rogue, but he's got some kind of magical item hidden.
Yeah. I want to say Rogue Wizard.
Maybe. I think Rogue Bard.
Yeah, Rogue Bard as well would be very good. Rogue Bard as well.
Either way, it's chaotic.
I have refreshed this thing so many times. It gives me 6 characters at a time.
Yeah?
And one of them for the last 4 times has been Grumpy the Dwarf from Snow White. So I guess we're supposed to talk about Grumpy.
He's a fighter. Give him a pickaxe. That's the way it goes.
Yeah. Oh, man. He just keeps popping up. E.T.
Ooh.
I want to play E.T. in 5e. How do I play E.T.? Changeling?
Actually, that's what was in my mind. A changeling. I'm trying to think of the class I would use. I would almost maybe sorcerer.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'd do. Changeling sorcerer.
I mean, honestly,
I think that's how. Yeah, I think
dancing lights, and you can.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Riddick. Chronicles of Riddick.
Artificer Barbarian.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If you want those eyes and stuff, you take the Artificer part of it. It wouldn't be much in Artificer.
Right, just
enough for you to feel you and the DM
3 levels,
feel comfortable.
I think?
Yeah, you and the DM feel comfortable that you can tinker something.
Yeah.
Well, and then for Barbarian,
yep.
Yeah.
Just wreck everybody.
Yeah.
James Bond. That's a rogue.
Yeah.
James Bond is a rogue. We should get to like maybe another 4 or 5 minutes of this and then start hitting some that we come up with.
Yes, we will do Studio Ghibli in just a moment. We got let's do a couple more of these and we'll start with Arietti, excuse me.
Because James Bond is for sure a rogue, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's probably straight rogue because you could go, well, he's Bard for the charisma.
Yeah, I think he's just I think he's like a swashbuckling.
Yeah.
You know.
I think so too. This next one I can't skip because I have to hear you talk about how do I play Peregrine Took in 5e. Specifically Pippin.
Specifically Pippin?
Not Frodo, not Sam, not Merry.
I think you're all going to start with the same class if you're going to do that. Obviously, you're playing a halfling, right?
Right.
I think you have to give a few levels of rogue to build up your stealth.
Yeah.
But if you're playing Pippin with that story, especially how he ends up, where he ends up, you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go into fighter.
Yeah.
And if you know the end of the book and where he ends up, that's gonna be battle master.
Yep.
He's gonna be the tactician. If you can just flip to the end and reread the Scouring of the Shire.
Yeah.
And then what he goes on to do after that. I think so. That would be, because for a few levels, they're really, that's kind of Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna get on a rant here, but that's the things about Lord of the Rings. They all start out. A lot of your characters start out pretty inept, and end up, changing the course of history.
Yes.
So it's almost like a perfect D&D adventure.
Yeah, that's very true. I got 2 more for you from this.
Okay.
Rocket Raccoon.
Shifter. Yeah, Shifter. Ooh,
Shifter,
Artifice?
Fighter, Gunslinger.
But see, I don't know. Artificer goes in there too,
That's true. It does.
Because he makes his own one.
He's
But
very good with
Artificer,
tech.
Gunslinger
Yeah.
might be it then.
Get that cannon. Artificer can get a cannon really quickly. I think it's level 3 for Artificer to get a cannon.
Yeah.
And it's like a shoulder cannon too. Like it's a movable cannon that you put on your body and it can like lock into place.
Yeah.
So
You definitely need that. What's up, Dark?
hey, Dark.
We're just rambling tonight, coming up with different characters and what they would be in D&D.
Mm-hmm. My last one for you is Jango Fett. Bounty hunter, so you could go ranger. Favorite enemy.
I think I go Ranger with it. I think I want to back him up with a Ranger Gunslinger.
Yeah, I think so.
I go that.
I think so.
That's the end. I got fighting games. We got Crypto.com.
So now that we're going from the list to talking about Ghibli movies, we mentioned fighting games. So at some point, I want to come back to some fighting game characters as well.
Okay.
But Ghibli movies, Arietti. If I want to be Arietti in D&D, how am I going to be Arietti in 5e?
Okay, the closest you get, I think you obviously play a gnome.
Yeah.
Unless you've got some more races, and then you've got let's see, you can play Arietti unless you got some other races where you can play like maybe a brownie.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I really think just based on the whole thing, it'd be a rogue thief actually. Pretty simple. Be a really pretty simple rogue.
Yeah, and we just got the fairy races added in. So
yes, Pixie or fairy. Yeah, absolutely. Do that one. So yeah, and that you could do that because of the other guy, the wild one starts with an S. There's your Pixie Ranger.
Yeah, I can't remember
that. Her dad would be Pixie. Kind of sticking with the Pixie thing,
right? No, for sure.
For the size, Pixie fighter.
Yeah.
And if somebody I want to play with the mom, or something like that, have that unit per se. I think I would make her like a druid.
Spiller, yeah.
Spiller, thank you, Waverly. Spiller.
Yeah.
You pick rogue thief, yeah.
Rogue thief,
and a lot of these would probably be to get really close. You'd probably end up multi-classing.
Yeah.
At least dipping in a couple other things. I think that would be.
So if we're sticking to Ghibli,
yeah.
If I want to play, let's hit Mononoke next because I know that's your favorite.
Okay.
If I want to play Ashitaka, I have to go rogue or ranger. I mean, right?
Arcane
skill
Archer
with a bow. Arcane Archer would be very good. Arcane Archer fighter would be very good, but his affinity to nature.
Yeah.
And his skill with a bow made me immediately think Ranger, but Arcane Archer is another great choice.
I think that's where the multi-class would come in.
Yeah.
I think you would have to get up. I think you get up to where you get sharpshooter.
Yeah. For sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
Just because that moment with the arbs, man.
Oh,
that's sneak attack damage right there.
Yeah. Get some sneak attack damage in.
And San has to be a druid, right? Or do you think she's barbarian, like nature style barbarian?
I think she might be a nature style barbarian.
She gets pretty mad.
She does.
He does tend to shoot people from behind. That's very true. Let me pull it up. The nature barbarian. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
That's Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
And then, oh man, what else we got?
Well, I mean, Porco Rosso is an artificer,
Yeah, but
Makes
no.
us plain.
When we were just talking about being a barbarian, that was Princess Mononoke.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of the lady's name who run Irontown. Oh. I'm pretty sure she'd be a fighter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe a champion even.
Haku's a
really
dragon.
good.
Yes, Haku's a dragon without question.
Yeah.
You gotta play Dragonborn or something like that if you want to be Haku. Gunslinger.
Gunslinger, yeah. That'd be a fair one for that one too. She's really good with the swords as well.
Yes. Hold on, I'm almost to it's Ancestral Guardian. That's it. The one that's more nature themed.
Yeah, I think she'd be a Ancestral Guardian.
Although she might
barbarian.
be Path of the Beast too, because she's all, woven, lupine is the word.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of options if you want to be San. There's a lot.
I think so, because like the Dark Pits there, the Ranger Beastmaster would work.
Yeah.
And but they're not hers.
They're her family.
They're her family. But I think you could. I definitely think I definitely see that route, and you could definitely make it work that route. You can make it work with the Beastmaster, the
Sorry, I
Ancestral
just thought of another character. We're good.
Ancestral Guardian, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else like multi-class in. I mean, she seems to have like just movement-wise a little bit of monk in her as well.
Yeah, she moves a lot really quickly. Maybe she took mobile.
Maybe that was it. Took mobile. That's it.
Kiki is a warlock. She's a witch.
Yeah. Yeah, no spell book. Not that. Yeah, warlock.
She's just still working on it. She's a very young warlock. So there's technically not a witch class in 5e. Witches just roll into the same as warlock or wizards, depending.
Yeah.
Or druids, depending. Tombo. How do you play Tombo in 5e? He builds artificer, I guess.
Yeah.
We haven't had a single blood hunter yet. I haven't had many clerics either, really.
No. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
For Tombo, I think artificer, because I don't. Yeah. He's gonna hand back and figure out cool stuff to do.
Yeah.
The artificer.
Noska's a druid.
Yeah.
She cares so much about nature. She's definitely got to be a druid in my mind.
Yeah.
She doesn't need magic. She's just on the nature side of things. Although she's a little magical. There's a little bit of magic going on there.
Hal would be a wizard warlock.
Yeah.
You'd actually subclass him to the girl from that is a cleric. Yes.
Yeah, Sophie.
Yeah, Sophie would be a cleric. I would definitely go cleric with Sophie. But yeah, Hal would be a mix of wizard warlock.
Yeah.
I think he would cast both those.
I think so too. And the Witch of the Waste is straight warlock.
Yeah.
Because she also has the negative side of the power.
Yes.
But
say as a cleric.
Are there any other?
Sin in Spirited Away.
Maybe.
I'm trying to think of her. What would she would be? She'd be stubborn sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's kind of hard now. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody else in all of Ghibli that'd be a cleric.
Yeah.
I'm probably forgetting somebody though.
Oh yeah.
If you thought of somebody and you're watching this, put it in the comments down below because I would legitimately love to know. There's so many great Ghibli movies too. V from Netta.
Fighter Rogue.
Yeah,
I think that's
I'd
how
say
I
either
play
that
him.
or Bard.
Yeah, in place of the Rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely. He's got
that flair for the dramatic.
Yeah. Characters you can play to help you in the game. The people who like. Well, you can get sidekicks or hirelings.
Yeah.
What is that?
So the character I thought of a minute ago is Dominic Toretto from Fast and Furious because we said family.
Family.
So, I mean, realistically,
fighter.
Well,
no, it'd be monk.
He'd be a monk, yeah, because he's very strict to his code.
And he punches people a lot.
He punches people a lot, and he's really good at what he does. And speaking of really good at what he does, Wolverine, that's a monk. Barbarian.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a monk barb, right?
Punch is definitely a shifter.
Yeah,
you start out with a shifter and then druid. I would go shifter, druid, what is it, coast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earthling, the Earthsea or hirelings? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. There's like the easy ones we could grab too, like Last Unicorn. Like, you know, hey, yeah, the wizard is a wizard. But like, let's say I want to play something really out there. I want to play specifically like, I don't want to be Gandalf. I want to be Radagast.
Druid wizard.
Yes.
The forest. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the forest. Forest druid.
Yeah.
Wizard.
So what if we tried to now bring in a little bit of anime here? Let's say I want to be Goku.
Goku's monk.
Yep.
Monk.
Straight monk.
It's
actually pretty easy.
Yeah. It really is. Goku would be easy. Somebody like I don't know. I'm trying to think like Cross Cowboy Bebop or Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, Spike Spiegel's Monk Rogue.
Yeah.
Saturn is in Sailor and Saturn?
Saturn? Yeah, I'm sure that's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh. Actually, gosh.
The Sailor Scouts are Warlocks, right?
Yeah, there's actually...
That's true. Goku does turn into a monkey.
Okay, so yeah, the monkey class in
Drunken Master's very good for Spike. That's true. It's very good for Spike.
Yeah. Stitches, whatever the little furry things are in Starfighter.
Yeah, that's fair. If we want to start pulling in Disney characters.
Oh gosh.
Aladdin's a rogue.
Yeah.
Tarzan's a... Oh, is Tarzan a druid or a ranger?
Ranger.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Tarzan's a ranger. Naked ranger. That's what Tarzan is.
Tarzan. Ugh. Tarzan.
Yeah?
Sorry, I got stuck on Tarzan for a second there. If I want to be Lightning McQueen from Cars,
you're playing the wrong game.
That's right. Aladdin's more bard to you than rogue. He steals one thing, but he hides and sings a lot. Well, like, the backstory is he's stolen for a long time, so he's got to have at least one level in rogue, in my opinion. But yeah, he does have some bard
No, I think you can play him as bard, for sure. I think you go the bard route, or you play a high charisma rogue.
Yeah.
I think you do it either way. Make it good Aladdin.
So just to circle back real quick, if you want to play Lightning McQueen in 5e, you play a Warforged, whose feet have wheels on them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
And then you go ka-chow every time something happens.
Ka-chow.
What about, here's a weird one for you.
Hold on, we got to go Rainbow
Dash. Okay.
I think I'd still go monk. Honestly.
I think so too.
Just to give her the speed up there and just the knocking.
Yeah.
Just knocking the crap out of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% monk. I agree.
Yeah, and your flurry of blows, you just call it the Sonic Rain Boom, and there you go.
Yeah, there you go. You're set.
You're good.
Every speed, right?
I got a weird one for you.
All right.
You've seen Tangled, right?
Yes.
What is Flynn Rider?
Rogue, right?
Well, he wants to be a rogue, but he's really bad at it.
Yeah.
I think he might be either a fighter or a bard that is trying to do what the rogue does.
Maybe.
And is just really bad at it.
Maybe. He might just be a first level rogue.
Yeah, that's true. He could just be a first level rogue.
That's could be it.
Because like he even changes his name to try and be cool. Spoilers, I guess, for Tangled. I'm not going to tell you what it was. But sorry.
God.
Rapunzel is like...
Rapunzel? Still think she's a low-level fighter.
Yeah, I think fighter's the right go-to there because she's a better fighter than he is.
Yeah, she's got Tavern brawler.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's always fun.
See.
Elsa is
Warlock.
Yeah.
You get the sorcerer. You can do sorcerer on that one.
Yeah. Because it's a natural thing in her bloodline, and she's having a hard time controlling it. And Anna then has to be. I'd say Anna's probably fighter.
Yeah, I give a fighter.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Actually, should pay more attention to these movies.
I
know
have
it's gonna be
seen
a quiz
Frozen
lesson
so many times. Anna's a hireling because of my siblings.
Well, doesn't she get like off a good shot?
She does. She gets off a really good shot with a crossbow.
So is she a champion that's like not really good at much, but when it
counts,
it hits.
That's right.
A fighter champion.
That's right.
It gets just nothing really extra, but they get that extra space to crit.
Right.
You know, you get a good pop to somebody.
What about Jack Skellington?
I think it may not be right, but I think I'd play him as a sorcerer.
I think so too.
I really do.
Jack
Skellington. Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh man! And dude, I know I would use the Ravenloft.
Yeah.
The Returned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%. What about this? This is gonna be a poll. Prepare yourself mentally.
All right.
What about Chippendale Rescue Rangers? Chippendale. How do I beat Chippendale in 5e?
Pick a small race, make it furry.
Yep.
I think I'd do that instead of just trying to do the druid thing.
Very, 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 very small tabaxi.
Yeah. You know, I think you fight a rogue.
Yeah. I think so too. And then for Monterey Jack, you just become a ratkin. Jack Sparrow, that's a good one. Jack Sparrow is a rogue swashbuckler.
Buckler.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a little bit of bard thrown in.
Or you could take Drunken Master on there.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That'd be fun.
Because he's obviously drunk most of the time.
Where's the rum?
But everybody else in those movies is pretty set, right? They're all swashbuckling rogues for the most part.
Yeah, I think so.
Except for Davy Jones.
Yeah.
Davy Jones is a shifter.
Yeah.
Or a Triton, I guess.
I think you can play him as a Triton.
Yeah.
I think you get away with that, and it'd probably work a little bit better.
I just want a moment in a campaign where your character is standing in a bucket of dirt instead of being able to move around, and like you have to physically pick that bucket. Somebody has to move buckets of dirt for you to be able to keep going, to be able to cross the land, because you are not supposed to touch it. Oh. I want that as a character so bad. I just want to inconvenience the entire rest of the party for no reason.
Oh gosh, why?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to get distracted here, but I'm thinking about that scene of the movie where they have the meeting, and they're all just there, and he's just in a bucket. Yeah. He's just standing there in a bucket. I would get left behind.
You know, I'd love to have somebody partner up and play Tenacious D with both bards.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Ooh, the girl from Mirror Mask. You know what? I think, honestly, she's a very clever rogue.
Yeah?
Yeah. I do.
Leshy that carried a large cauldron filled with dirt that they used as a plot to sleep in and eat. Nice.
That makes sense.
Very nice.
There you
go. The Ghostbusters are all artificers, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Be able to use the magic items
and then I think I think Winston's got to take a couple of fighters.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, they might have a couple other things mixed in with them. Like Ray might have a little bit of Warlock.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Ghostbusters.
I got a crazy one for you.
All right. Spit it out.
How do I play Duck Dodgers of the 21st and a half century?
Oh, well, Duck Dodgers cannot fly.
5e.
So you can get away with Ray. Come on, Ray. Duck Dodgers. Okay. You play Kenku, flat beak, right? And then Gunslinger.
Yeah.
Kenku Gunslinger.
I think so too.
You'll be Duck Dodgers.
And you have to be bad at everything you try to do. But if you want to be good at everything you try to do, then you play Darkwing Duck, and you play a Kenku with a flat beak rogue.
Yeah. Darkwing
Duck. Yeah. We're on the same wavelength here.
I am the terror that flaps in the night.
Play Starfinder for Duck Dodgers. That's true. What if I want to be Scrooge McDuck? I want to be composite Scrooge McDuck, though. I want to be Scrooge McDuck that also in the video game could jump on his cane and kill people. So we're talking somebody that can use a cane as a weapon and can jump, but is also an old Scottish duck.
I think you make a greedy monk.
Yeah. I think you're right.
You make a greedy monk.
Oh, I want to play that so bad. just walk in and go, this is mine.
Well, how would you play? Okay, what about Cloud?
Cloud Strife. I think Cloud has to be pretty much straight fighter. You could go Eldritch Knight or Echo Knight because he can cast spells as well, but the spells he's casting aren't like his natural magic. They're materia. They're magic items that have been slotted into his weapon.
That's true.
So I think he's pretty much straight fighter.
What about Sephiroth?
Oh, Sephiroth is Warlock.
Straight Warlock?
He's got a pact with Genova.
Path of the Blade.
Pact of the Blade.
Pact of the Blade.
And he is just wrecking stuff.
Yeah.
And somehow he's got a 9th level spell when he shouldn't have it, and here we are.
I will never be a memory.
That's right. Oh, that line's so good. Just a quick sidebar here. Anybody who says, hey, Final Fantasy VII is overrated, I understand why you think that, but if you haven't played it, the version of Final Fantasy VII you think is overrated is not that game. It's the version people have talked about. It's the version that lives in their head. The actual game is very different from what you think it is, and it's so good.
Kenzie from Lost Girl. I think she's a rogue as well.
Yeah. I've never seen Lost Girl.
And I think you make... Oh, Kenzie is so hot. Oh, my God. I have the same tattoo as what Kenzie does. Ha. I have a tattoo that matches Kenzie's.
Yeah.
Not that she cares. Oh, I'm sure she's watching now, just so you know. You know Kenzie, the actress that plays. Anyway, I think she'll be rogue. I might give her like 1 or 2 levels of a bard as well.
Yeah.
And John Wick.
I think John Wick is either Gunslinger Fighter Rogue or Gunslinger Fighter Monk, way the open hand. Because his hand-to-hand is so good. And he combines the two. He'd be 10-10, basically.
Yeah.
He's a perfect shot, almost. In that first movie, I think he only misses twice. But after that, it's straight. Yeah, he just starts at max level.
Yeah.
John Wick walks in. It's like, here's my max level character.
Yeah, right.
He's the Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I could see Rogue for sure because, okay, hear me out. This is nonsense, but hear me out. John is at his best when he's angry, right?
Yeah, so I was thinking Barbarian.
5 levels Barbarian.
Yeah.
5 levels Fighter. 5 levels Monk. 5 levels Rogue.
You gotta have Gunslinger in there.
Well, it's Gunslinger Fighter.
Oh, that's right, Fighter. Gunslinger, yeah. Sorry. That's another Fighter. I think that would be close. But if you're going to be
quite there.
but if you're going to be, if you need to be 20th level,
yeah,
Barbarian, 20th level Gunslinger,
that's right.
20th level.
That's right. To be able to be John Wick.
Tough.
Man, that would be a fun character to play, though.
That'd be stupid.
You only rage if something happens to one of your teammates or to your dog.
Dog, right?
And then you just go. Oh, would not this be a great idea for a campaign? This is a huge sidebar, but in the first dungeon, the party encounters a puppy, and the puppy is wounded, and the puppy is dying, and if they cannot save that puppy, John Wick is the big bad, and he is hunting the party.
Yeah.
If they save the puppy, they got a favor from John Wick. He gives them a marker.
Oh, Warlock. Oh, you have to play a Warlock.
Yeah.
Definitely a Warlock.
Don't do that.
Shoot. Warlock. I kind of want to put something
Warlock
else in there.
Cleric.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That was a really weird combination, but definitely.
Yeah.
Unless, I don't know. Man, a War Cleric. He may just be a straight War Cleric.
That's true. He could just be a straight War Cleric.
I think that might be. I think he may be a straight. I think that's how I would play him. I think I'd make a straight War Cleric.
John Constantine would be a really fun character to play.
What about Captain Planet?
Captain Planet. I want to say druid. I really do.
I don't think so.
But I think he's a wizard.
Way of the Four Elementals monk?
He could be a Way of the Four Elements monk. I was thinking wizard because then he could control...
few levels there.
Yeah. Because wizard gives him control of all of, like, shape stone shape, wall of stone, wall of fire, cone of cold.
But what about the... Is it the Tempest Cleric?
That's true. Tempest Cleric.
With the Way of the Elements monk, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Control of lightning, control of wind, control of rain, control of hail.
Half casters have the least amount of spell slots. I think if you're going for full casters, I think that would be sorcerer.
As the mech guy, I really want to go Voltron, right? I want to go line. But you can't, because that's 5 characters in one.
Yeah.
So you have to take the 5 and combine them together.
And besides that, that's not the character. That's something the character has.
Right. It's a magic item.
Yeah, it's a magic item.
I want a giant robotic lion. Can I have that?
Familiar.
But if you wanted to be Keith, the leader of Voltron Force, then hey, you would go fighter. That's what Keith is. He's a fighter. And unfortunately, I could keep going down the list, and they're all just going to be fighters. So we might as well just move on.
Yeah.
Amuro Ray, fighter. Well,
I don't
things
think so.
I can't say because of spoilers.
Hey, I'll tell you what, he's not at this point.
Yeah.
At this point, at best, he's a poor rogue.
Yeah. Things change.
Larry boy.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we can't talk Gundam because we'll spoil things for Rungrid. Because Amuro absolutely changes into a different class.
Oh, sure.
Larry boy.
Bard.
See, you say Bard. I think Bard Artificer.
Yeah.
Because he's using the suction cup ears. And
yeah.
Those are his, right? Those are iconic. I was hoping somebody would go, what's Larry boy?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Larry boy is amazing. Suction cup ears on a cucumber. What the heck is that? Who thought of that? What kind of madman came up with that idea? It's beautiful. Oh, okay. All right, I got an anime pick for you.
Okay.
Kinshiro, Fist of the North Star. Got to be a monk, right?
Yeah, you gotta definitely have some.
I'm thinking monk barbarian.
Yeah, I think so.
Because he's angry.
Yeah, because you need that rage, and yeah, all those. Yeah.
That's flurry of blows right there.
Rambo.
John Rambo.
Yeah, Rambo.
I want to say fighter, but I don't think so. I'm thinking more like. Hear me out on this one.
I'm thinking Ranger, honestly.
I'm thinking Ranger Paladin. In the first movie.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. The
right.
first was a really good movie.
Well,
Gets set after that.
That's the thing. Kinshiro's not angry now, but it's because he's tempered his rage. But to get to that point, Kinshiro was incredibly angry. So I think he's got to have those levels in Barbarian to get there. Just like Guts, right? Guts is Barbarian fighter. Guts is not just a fighter. Guts from Berserk has to be Barbarian fighter. And he gets to the point where he can calm himself. Like Domon Kashu from G Gundam, same way. Starts as a barbarian, becomes a monk.
Well, it also, we're not really delving into subclasses of this because not all barbarians rage.
Yeah.
But it's different depending on the subclasses.
Right.
Oh, your basic barbarian, when it rages,
right,
and just go at it.
Kinshiro is 100% like the ancient barbarian.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta. It's if you've never seen Fist of the North Star, the moment when he first poses up on a guy and you see the 7-star,
yeah,
it's like, oh, it's so good. That's my ideal shape for my body. That's what I'm working on. That's why I'm losing weight, is so I can look like Kinshiro.
Oh my gosh!
I just walk into a room and people shudder back. It's not my goal, but I wish it was. Okay, I got a weird pick for you.
Okay.
You haven't seen JoJo,
Mm-mm.
but you've seen some of the memes.
Yes.
Do you know who Jotaro Kujo is?
I don't think so.
Okay, so his stand is Star Platinum, which does a bunch of punches really quickly. He's a monk, right? But he's a monk wizard.
Okay.
Because he controls this spiritual warrior that is the stand. It's his unseen servant, basically.
I got you.
Or it could be Mccoy of the Astral Self.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't thought about that.
That actually, yeah. That's kind of an interesting one because there's a few different characters through anime.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pick that up.
That's true, but he had to... When the thing happened... I'm trying not to spoil things for Fist of the North Star, which is super old. When the thing happens with his wife, he kind of loses it for a little bit before he's able to reel himself back in. But you could just go straight monk with him. I mean, you know, there are options.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I could just keep going with JoJo characters, and it's not going to mean anything to you. So
yeah, right.
But, okay. You haven't seen One Piece, but you know who Luffy is.
Yeah.
You know his power.
Yeah.
Right? Luffy's a really weird one, but I'm thinking...
Plasmoid Monk.
I'm thinking Plasmoid Monk, yeah.
Plasmoid
100%.
Monk, yeah.
Plasmoid Monk.
Yeah. I think that's the way you would do it.
That'd be a really fun character to play. I guess, like, Naruto is a rogue, right?
Yeah, but you got to...
Arcane Trickster rogue?
Yeah. Yeah, that would actually probably be a good way to play Naruto. Mm-hmm. Naruto is Arcane Trickster rogue. Naruto is dead.
You could also go Shadow Rogue, I guess, because he does a lot of like shadow movement and stuff. But
yeah.
And then Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach is he's a Way of the Blade, Back to the Blade Warlock.
Okay.
Because he's made the bargain.
No, okay. You wouldn't put any levels in Kensei?
Maybe Kensei just to have some of those abilities for sure. Because like Getsuga Tensho is the wave slash. You know?
Yeah, bring up the sword play a little bit. Sword work.
There's a lot of options. Okay, I know we're getting close to the hour already. But
okay.
I got another one for you.
Absolutely. What you got?
Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. This one is probably the hardest one that I've thought of yet. I don't know where I would put him right now. But his whole thing is he's a regular guy until he dies. Spoilers for episode 1 of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
When the first 3 minutes of episode 1 of Yu Yu Hakusho. He dies and becomes a spirit detective and can shoot a spirit gun with his own life force out of his fingers.
There's your Blood Hunter.
You're so right. That's the Blood Hunter right there. It's right there. Yep.
And I don't know. I mean, you could add any other class you added in. I think would be for flavor. I think you start with the Blood Hunter.
Yeah.
On that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you could mix the Gunslinger in.
Yeah.
I think it's 100% necessary, but yeah, I definitely think that that would if you're going to multi-class anything, I think you go to the Gunslinger and pick up a few levels in that.
I agree.
With the Blood Hunter.
I agree. I'm trying to think of any other big like anime, because there's a lot of anime characters that are just monks, right?
Yeah.
Like or fighters. Like One Punch Man is a monk.
Yeah.
I guess the interesting one is Hunter x Hunter's Hisoka, because he's
Vampire Hunter D.
Yeah, that's true.
What you make?
You'd be a Blood Hunter, right?
Would you be a Blood Hunter? I'm thinking back. I mean,
Blood
I know
Hunter
you.
Or Ranger, favorite enemy.
I think maybe you make the vampire character. For some bonuses out of that, which I know that's not something you normally would do it in level 1, but do the vampire, then maybe Ranger. Yeah. If not, I would definitely go with the Blood Hunter.
And then from there, all the like Alucard is going to be that.
Star she is a sorcerer. She is no doubt. I think I would go with sorcerer to play Star.
Yeah.
Just because of she. Okay, look, she has a spell book.
Right.
She just doesn't study it.
Okay.
Like that. So maybe a couple of levels in Wizard, but I think if you really want to play Star and have fun with it, you go Sorcerer, and you have a wand as a spell focus. You give this wand as a spell focus.
I've never seen that show, so I trust you.
Yeah. I don't mean to do that one. And then, of course, what's his name is you could make a monk. You have a Warlock monk group. That'd be kind of fun, actually. Or a Sorcerer monk.
Yeah. Just real quick hitting on this before somebody goes, well, there's other Hunter x Hunter characters that are really cool and could have stuff. Almost all of them are fighters and monks. I guess the only one would be like Kurapika, who's a ranger. Favorite enemy is a very specific group of people. But that's I mean, Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball Z, a lot. One Piece gets weird, but again, Rundgren hasn't seen One Piece.
Yeah.
And most of the people watching haven't seen One Piece. There's not really any point in me getting into all those characters. But, you know.
Well, what about, there's something that seems pretty obvious, like some historical character. Like, could you make Hercules?
I think so pretty easily. I think Hercules is a barbarian fighter.
Yeah, you just make sure you bump up that strength, I guess.
You could even just go straight fighter champion, but I feel like he's got a little bit of barbarian in there to help.
Yeah. Well, you know,
resilience.
Here's one thing that Hercules doesn't get brought up in it's kind of weird. It's one of the things about it, but it's not ever put in. You know, he's not stupid.
Right.
So you'd have to have. He's not. I'm not saying intelligent, but
right.
You'd have to have a high wisdom if you're going to play Hercules.
I agree.
Because there's some stuff that he figured out.
He has to have barbarian in there. He has to have at least one level of barbarian if you're going to play him right, because of what happens with his children.
Yeah, I think so.
He's got to have a rage in him.
No, I think the barbarian is there definitely.
Yeah.
And I think that's the base. I think you start with barbarian.
Right.
And then you're going to, you build off that.
Before anybody goes, well, what about Kratos? He's just barbarian. Kratos is literally just a barbarian. What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
She's like a level 20, like 3 minute extra putting stuff into raising spell damage. Level with all the power and abilities from level 20. Star?
I've never seen that show. But
it's funny. It's good.
Yeah.
It's got a really good theme song, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like theme songs.
Yeah.
If we're looking at other mythology, though, King Arthur.
I think I would stick with Battlemaster Fighter.
Yeah.
With one level, maybe two levels of Pact of the Blade of Warlock.
Yeah. Yeah. Lady of the Lake is the pact holder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lancelot would be fighter. A couple levels maybe bard.
Yeah.
Or a very charismatic rogue.
Yeah, with a single level in traitor.
Right. Yeah. And Maid Marian. 20th level. All
I'm saying is we stand King Arthur around here.
Right. I mean, yeah, he does. You would definitely, most of those, you're going to go into a fighter. Probably Battlemaster. If you wanted to have fun with it, maybe a little bit Eldritch Knight, you could do that.
For sure.
But a lot of the nights around, obviously you're fighter.
Yeah.
Big heavy armor fighter.
What's his name? It just completely left my mind. Perseus. He's champion as well, wouldn't you say?
Oh,
I wanted to try and find one of them that was a paladin, but as soon as I said Perseus, I was like, no, he's a champion.
Percival or Perseus?
Perseus.
The Greek.
Yeah, Percival might be a paladin.
Percival would probably be. I think Percival might be a paladin.
Yeah.
You know what? I think you would play if you're gonna play anybody. No, you're gonna play Gawain as a paladin. That's who the paladin would be at the round table.
You're
if
right.
Play anybody's paladin.
Gawain's the paladin.
It'd be right. Yeah, Hercules definitely barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
The
Hercules.
Perseus. Yeah, fighter. I think I'd almost give him champion. I think Perseus is a fighter champion. I think that's what I go with.
A lot of the Greek heroes wind up being that way.
I think so. I'll do that because right. Because if I was going to play Achilles, it'd be the same way.
Yeah.
Even
would Xena be a barbarian? I think so.
She would be
very angry.
Yeah, she would be a barbarian fighter battlemaster because she knows. Yeah, she definitely knows how to fight, and
why would you be so angry when Gabriella's right there and she's smiling at you? You don't need to be angry.
Like all I'm saying is look, Callisto. That's
yeah, that's true.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
Yeah, I think you get away, obviously you get away playing Xena straight as straight fighter or
I don't
a
know
straight
if
barbarian.
I'd play Xena straight. But
right. Oh, Gabriella's so cute.
No, yeah, I think almost all your Greek heroes are going to be that, except for like Xena. Almost all of them are going to be fighter champions, and then why are so many of our mythological heroes just fighters?
I mean, it's about all we got.
Yeah.
It just really kind of comes down to what kind of fighter.
Right.
Well, you got like Robin Hood.
That's true. He'd be a ranger.
He'd be a ranger rogue.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
And he's got sharpshooter. That one shot he took.
Yeah, he definitely got
sharpshooter. Run into the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, I got a pull for you here.
Okay.
For popular anime that has just wrapped up recently, Thorpfin from Vinland Saga, Thorpfin is 100% a rogue fighter. Starts off as rogue, becomes really sneaky, and then becomes a very competent fighter. But right towards the end of the levels, he takes some levels in monk.
Oh, okay. Well, it's like I think this is a while back, we actually had a talk. Conan the Barbarian wouldn't necessarily be a barbarian. He'd probably be a rogue fighter if you're going to make him.
That's right.
In D&D.
Yeah. And if you want to play an Attack on Titan character, you have to have at least a level in... I completely forgot the name of it. It starts with an A. Artificer.
Oh, Artificer.
To be able to run the maneuver gear that you make for yourself.
Would you add anything to it? I think you would have to multi-class into Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard to play Merlin.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a lot of magic. He's got a lot of magic.
Yeah, I think you would have to.
And even then, he's taking feats to be able to take magic from Druid
and
Cleric as well.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know. Any character that can inspire, the character that you want to play. Anything you see in fiction like that can inspire, how you play or what kind of character you want to play. And there's usually a way to pull off something close.
Yeah. Even like the crazy ones, like Mega Man, right? You can play Mega Man. Warforged Gunslinger.
Yeah.
You're Mega Man. Warforged Artificer. You're Mega Man.
Yeah.
Like it's nuts how easily you can do that. I know people agonize over it, but again, we brought up Mario in the first. Like Mario is so beyond what I would ever think of in 5e, but I can make Mario in 5e relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Like it's not even a problem. You want to play Link? Here we go.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
You get an Eldritch Knight so that you have stuff like Dense Fire and Feori's Wind.
Mm-hmm.
So that you get like a little bit of time control and a little bit of season control with weather, and you're good.
Yeah.
You can get teleport later on.
Yeah.
You can do that, and it's crazy how cool that is. You want to be Donkey Kong? Play a druid. You can be Donkey Kong. You can be a gorilla with a tie.
I'd play that a little bit differently. I would, you could get away with doing a Goliath.
That's true. Donkey Kong Goliath.
That'd be fun. It'd be silly, but it'd be fun.
I want to be Solid Snake and be Rogue Fighter.
Golly, that's one of those. It's gonna go over. You're gonna have to get some Ranger in there too.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe
have to get some Ranger.
Rogue Ranger Monk for the CQC instead of Fighter, and then just you show up at the party and you're just like Colonel. Yeah,
and it'd be the same thing. So it'd be the same thing for Snake Plissken then, right?
That's right, same thing
for Escape to New York.
Yeah. So did you know the Metal Gear series has a character named Iroquois Plissken? No relation to Snake at all, even though it looks just like him. Completely different guy. Not the same guy at all. Really weird that you run into him on the tank.
Hey, you got another one.
Michael Bay's Ambulance. There you go. You can sponsor us now because we shouted you out because you ran an ad. So. Yeah, no, anybody you want to play, you can make it work. We joked about Dominic Toretto. You can play Dominic Toretto in 5e. That's the thing you can do.
Yeah.
You want to be Fast and Furious in 5e? Go for it. Look, there are all kinds of forms of transportation. You can make it work.
Look, have everybody play half orc, and you can be the Three Stooges.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
It makes me, it was getting off topic a little bit. This whole episode's been off topic a little bit. I keep looking at the books and go, okay, this is 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons.
Have fun.
All right, Dark, catch you later. Leave then. Leave. But, this stuff they're talking about for 2024, and it's not, they definitely haven't squashed anything, right? About it. They're letting it linger through there. And I'm wondering if this is going to be how they did from D&D to Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
To make it, to add some more of the stuff. I don't think they're going to go the full Pathfinder that in depth.
Right.
Maybe add some more in there.
No, I agree. And realistically, I mean, they keep adding more cool stuff that gives more options. Like there's owl characters now, so you can play a character from Legends of the Ga'Hoole, Guardians of the Ga'Hoole.
Yeah. Guardians of Ga'Hoole or Secrets of Nim.
Yeah. There's so much you can do now.
Oh, what was that? There was another series it was actually by a group of authors. They all went under the pen name Aaron Hunter. the warriors.
Yeah, that's right, with the cats.
With the cats.
Yep.
They had there was one for dogs and then another one as well, but the cat one was the one that got,
I haven't thought about that in forever, and my brain is now flooded with terminology. Like the warrior clans, and there's the star is the leader, so you have like Firestar.
Yeah.
And then you have the paw, and you have the healers, and you have their tribal grounds, and you just sent me down a spiral in my brain. The book opened, and I'm just
yeah. But I mean, you could play that. You could do that world in 5e.
Yeah.
Simple enough, I think.
I think so too. Everybody's a bunch of shifters, or tabaxi.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and there's tabaxi and giants. That's all there is in this world.
Yep.
We'll make it through that way. I think there's some other good books. I mean, you could do Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys.
You do Redwall easily. It's like, oh, well, it's mice and vermin. Yeah, but they all walk around on their back feet. They all use weapons. They're all anthropomorphized already. Just, you know, you're good to go. No worries, Shep.
Glad you made it. Man. Oh, I don't know a couple of books. Oh, how'd you play Kavoth?
Kavoth would be...
Gotta have some bard.
Yeah. I think Kavoth is unironically a level in almost everything. Unironically, I think he's that guy. You know?
Absurd.
Just a level in almost everything, and he's good at everything. You know?
Yeah, I think so.
Man. Sanderson's big works too, like Kaladin Stormblast. He's a fighter.
What about the Muad'Dib?
Druid?
From Dune. Desert Druid?
Yeah.
You can go with that?
I can't think of anything else that really fits.
Well, the only thing that comes to mind, I haven't seen the new movie. I'm going off the book.
Right.
Is the fighting style.
Yeah.
Because he has a very, very specific fighting style.
Right.
With the knives.
That's true.
He was taught. So I don't know if you have to dual wield fighter some way. Maybe rogue in there.
Yeah, maybe
a little bit. But yeah, I think the desert
Yeah.
druid is your base, which you build off of. I'm trying to find something.
Kavoth is a jack of all trades bard. That's probably the best way to do it.
I think that's the way you do it, and take expertise.
Do I want to ask you the one that's going to send you spiraling?
Yeah, please go for it.
How do I play Gandalf?
I think you do the same way. I think it would almost be like the same way as Merlin.
Yeah.
Just because the build. I mean, obviously the inspiration's
Right.
there, right? Yeah, your main's going to be wizard for sure, but you're going to have at least some sort. Maybe not warlock. Well, I think you would still have warlock, possibly. Actually, where you would have the warlock with Merlin, I think you'd have maybe cleric with Gandalf.
Yeah.
You know, the Elendil. That's where he would get his power. I think wizard, cleric. Golly, druid could fit on a couple of things too.
Yeah.
You'd be really good in odd magic.
Right.
I think that's the way you do it.
And he's still pretty decent with a sword too. So if he's a warlock, it's Pact of the Blade.
Yeah. But see, he's also got
Glamdring the Foehammer, right?
yes, but he's also a ritual caster.
Yeah.
Of course, so I think I'm saying wizard, possibly, but warlock might be a good one. With your, make the Elendil his patron. Maybe give him one level of fighter, just because at the first level you get to pick a fighting style.
Right.
And you get just that little bit extra with that sword.
I know we've covered a lot of warlocks that are Pact of the Blade, but just a real quick shout out to Nier from the Nier series. He has Pact of the Tome, and the book is Alive.
Okay.
But he's also fighter, so he's Pact of the Tome fighter, pretty much.
What about Hiccup? Wouldn't he be? Ooh, you could do him now. You'd be a Drake Warden, yeah?
Yeah, he'd be Drake Warden.
Just make a Drake Warden. You'd be Hiccup.
I'd be Hiccup.
Especially than the last one, where he's a little bit older.
Yeah. I still haven't seen that one. I'm excited to watch that one at some point. I liked the original.
Do you know? Here's the thing. I do like How to Train Your Dragon. Here's the thing, though. The Hiccup is a ripoff of a character created by Neil Gaiman.
Right.
Who's named Odd.
Yeah.
From Odd and the Frost Giant. I mean, down to the limp.
Right.
And everything. Yes. To the accent. Anyway.
I want to read the books, but I can't. I can't read the How to Train Your Dragon books because the movies gave me Astrid, who's a really great character who doesn't exist in the books. So I just can't. I can't imagine that world without that character.
Yeah.
How could you do that? How could
Terrible.
you make a brand new character that's also great? How dare you do that great thing?
Good series. I think Astrid would be Drake Warden fighter.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'll say that. I don't think Hiccup gets the fighter part.
Right, and then the rest of them are all hirelings.
Yeah. So let's do that. Oh, what would you do for Mickey and the Beanstalk? You're gonna have to have Mickey, Donald, and Goofy.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing for this that I'm gonna do for Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
So, Mickey is a paladin. Donald is a fighter. Well, he's an Eldritch Knight fighter, because in Kingdom Hearts he can cast powerful spells. And then Goofy is a cleric.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He can't cast magic though. He doesn't use spells at all. But heavy armor, protects his friends with a shield, stands in between them and the foes.
Yeah.
He just either that or he's a paladin. And Mickey's just like straight warlock path to the tone or back to the blade.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, no, I don't. I think. Oh shoot.
I might say Donald is packed to the tome. Actually.
Yeah.
Because Donald can look. Okay, in Kingdom Hearts is canon to the Kingdom Hearts universe. In that canon, Donald is the strongest spellcaster that has ever existed because he can cast Stop Ga.
Yeah.
Which is doesn't even exist in Final Fantasy. It's just Stop.
Yeah.
And he can cast the Ga version.
Yeah, a Ga version
he
is
passes
the
Ra
version. Yeah. Stop Ga.
So yeah, he's packed to the tome.
All right.
We could just keep going here.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to go with a couple more before we get ready to shut down. Let me think. Looking over my shelf here. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. How do you play?
Same way with the Hulk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Banner into the Hulk.
Yeah. I think Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde would probably work better in the setting.
Oh, I think so too,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
You gotta have Barbarian or Rogue for Mr. Hyde.
No.
You don't think so? What are you thinking?
I think you have Wizard until you can cast what's his name's transformation.
Yeah.
Because that basically turns you to a big monster fighter.
It does. It absolutely does. It absolutely does.
So you'd be a wizard until you got that spell.
Yeah, you have to take that spell as soon as possible, but
That's because you actually shift and change into a pretty
monstrous being.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a weird spell.
It is. I'm trying to think of I can't remember the name of it.
Let's see if I can pull it up.
Is it Tensor's Magical Transformation or something like that? That is a wild spell.
I would even say that most of the people watching this have probably never heard of that spell.
Yeah.
Let me just try transformation and see if I can read it off for people. Is it? Let's see.
I may not be having the name right. Gosh.
It's gonna drive me crazy.
Can't think of it.
Yeah, Tensor's transformation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You endow yourself with endurance and martial prowess, fueled by magic until the spell ends. You can't cast spells, but you gain 50 temporary hit points. Advantage on attack rolls you make with simple and martial weapons. When you hit a target with a weapon attack, that target takes an extra 2d12 force damage. You have proficiency with all armor, shields, simple weapons, martial weapons. Proficiency in strength and constitution saving throws. You can attack twice instead of once when you take the attack action on your turn, and you ignore this benefit if you already have a feature like extra attack that lets you do it.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
And you get a level of exhaustion if you fail the roll afterwards.
Fail the save afterwards at the end?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I thought I'd do it.
And it lasts for 10 minutes concentration though, so if you're gonna do that all the time, you better take War Caster. So you have advantage on that concentration.
Oh, yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Also, just a reminder, yes, you can do that, and you have it for 10 minutes. It also takes a long time to put on heavy armor, so don't cast the spell and then put on heavy armor. Just a heads up there. Your DM will probably go, the spell has worn off.
Yeah. However, if you are a cleric wizard,
right,
that can get to cast that spell, that would be pretty daggum sick.
Yeah, it's a very good spell.
I'll do that. All right. Well, we can ramble on all night, picking up different stories and fables and what have ye.
Yeah.
Going to, you know.
What did you think of?
Well, that's I think it's just one of those things that's kind of funny, Ye, not as in, like, let's say the King James, where it's talking about you.
Right.
But ye as in ye old shop.
Right.
That's pronounced, that letter is pronounced a TH.
Yeah.
It's the. It's not
it
ye old
right.
shop. It's the old shop is the way it's pronounced. It's just one of those funny things. I'm sorry. It doesn't sound near as cool.
That's right.
As the other one, but it is, yeah.
The shop with the 2 P's and an E.
What is that called?
Also just said shop.
Shop, yes.
Not shop.
Shoppy. What was it called? There's an actual name for that letter. I forgot. It looks like a P with an extended top on it as well.
Look, H's and F's used to go side by side too, and that's all I'm saying. No, it's for real though. We could just keep going with these. There's so many applications of this. If there is a character you want to play, if you've been watching a show or you've been reading a book and you go, man, this sounds like a fun character to play, you can do it in 5e. 5e is so open for that.
Yeah.
So please don't be afraid to experiment and play around and do this on your own too. If you have something you really like, next time you think of it, just go, oh, how would I play that in D&D?
Yeah. Start putting classes together. You can probably come up with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that.
But we'll be back next week with something. We're not sure yet. We're still trying to figure out what we want to do next. But we'll be back Tuesday as well with a regular podcast. We have stuff coming up there. Adepticon news is already dropping, and of course we have Kirby reviews to talk about. So, please look forward to those.
It scares me.
But I want to. I'll wait till Tuesday to bring this up. But there's a thing that Nintendo sent to stores to put out front that just. Anyway. Also, you get the Elden Ring rant. Yes.
You will get the Elden Ring rant.
I'm hoping to finish it by
Tuesday.
then. But if I haven't finished it, it will at least be like a.
You'll get a majority of the Elden Ring rant.
Right.
Going through that.
But until next time, I've been Trey.
I've been Rundgren.
We've been the Full Spectrum D&D podcast. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum the D&D has to offer.